Alright guys, welcome back. As you all know, it's always all about history right on this channel, and again this is another video going forward on the Egyptian civilization. And from the last video I talked about the Egyptians believe in eternal life, stuffing the tombs or the grave or the coffin of the beloved to pharaohs or most important personalities of Egypt with lots and lots of treasures to enhance the safe passage into afterlife. Then, talking about the gigantic pyramids were conspicuous target for tomb robbers, just as it was found by some archaeologists and so probably some grave diggers, grave robbers, to which lots and lots of treasures were discovered from ancient tombs of pharaohs and some dead Egyptian personalities of centuries back. You know, these gigantic pyramids were conspicuous targets for tomb robbers whose plundering jeopardized the hope or eternal life of the pharaoh or the important personality that was buried, because consequently subsequent generations of kings hid their tombs in the Valley of the Kings in an attempt to elude the robbers in the desert valley near the ancient capital of Thebes, now called Luxor. They prepared their royal tombs by cutting the side of the mountain. Despite efforts to hide the entrances, thieves managed to find the tombs, pillaging and emptying them of their treasures. Interestingly and honestly to say, the treasures, the gold, the silver, the ornaments put in the graves of these dead pharaohs is mouth-watering. Though I'm not a support of theft, but then the belief of the Egyptians then is very, very much crazy, and I don't know if the practice is still much there, or probably then it is just part of the Egyptian civilization and the belief in the passage to the afterlife. However, one tomb was spared out of all the tomb that was pillaged, that was robbed and carted, and the treasures and it carted away. One tomb was spared, which is the tomb of Tutankhamun. Although his resting place was never although his resting place was disturbed twice by robbers, then the entrance was sealed and it remained hidden for over 3,000 years, that is 3 millennia. Its discovery by the British archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922 is considered the greatest archaeological find in history. Carter spent the rest of his life working on the tomb, removing its treasures to Cairo, the capital city of Egypt, while documenting and studying its content, including the pharaoh's gold coffin and mask. Tutankhamun's mummy remains in his tomb and the only pharaoh to be left in the Valley of the Kings, because most of the kings that were in the Valley of the Kings who have gotten the what's it called the treasures buried with them, pillaged and stolen by robbers, were either being moved to another place to be buried, or just something done to them. But Tutankhamun's was, even after being sailed away for 3,000 years, was still and being discovered by archaeologists in 1922, was still left in the Valley of the Kings. Today the Egyptian archaeologists are still making important discoveries, and the scientific study of royal mummies is shedding new light on the genealogy of the pharaohs. The ongoing deciphering of hieroglyphic writing and research on the line of the peasants are also answering many questions related to the evolution of the Egyptian culture. The pharaonic religion gives the impression that the Egyptians were preoccupied with it. However, there are ample indications that they were a happy lot who knew how to enjoy life. Obviously, Egyptian pharaohs all know how to enjoy life because of the lavish lifestyle they lived, and frivolous, obviously, depending on whichever pharaoh was on the throne as of then. And with the ornaments, with the treasures being buried with them, they definitely know how to enjoy life. Alright, this should be all for now, part of the Egyptian world civilization, and in the next video I'll be talking and making reference and then discoveries and talks about the gift of Nile and the life in ancient Egypt, what it looks like and how they come about their own civilization. Until then, please subscribe, like, comment, drop reviews, and it's always all about history right on this channel, dating back to time immemorial, and it is my sole duty to provide you with two histories that brings that suits